Hello, hello, everybody, and happy Monday. We are back. How was your weekend?
It was very nice. We've had perfect weather. Of course, that's going to change, but for about a week.
Oh, nice.
We've had perfect weather, like between 50, 65 for the high. It's been fantastic. I'm looking at my phone right now. Tomorrow in the 40s and chance of rain or snow. Let's see. More like snowflakes than raindrops.
It was.
It probably won't.
61 today here.
And awesome.
Yep, and it's going to be 61 tomorrow. Yay, yay. And we're supposed to get rain on Wednesday, and it's going to be 58. And the rest of the week, it's going to be low temperatures.
Yeah, and if it does actually snow, it won't stick, unless, something freaky happens. But typically, let's see, it's March. Yeah, pretty much starting in April. It doesn't really stick down in the valley so much. So
fun. Yeah, we haven't seen snow in about 2 weeks, I think. Thank the heavens, it's getting warmer.
And we've had snow in the mountains, but not a whole lot this year, piling up. Not much at all. So look at the reflection in my glasses.
I don't have mine. Mine are over there.
And there's the light. I don't know. You'll have to read all the comments because.
All right. Well, we will highlight them for sure. We'll definitely highlight most of them. So I got a new monitor over the weekend. And let me grab my camera so I can show y'all. It's huge. So this is the one that was big. Mm-hmm. This one's bigger. I know you guys can't probably see it very well, but
it is gigantic.
Yes, it is. And I love it. And let me get this back up here. Tommy says that it's one step below his monitors. And so I'm like, yes, I can see. Well, at least for now, I can see.
I have got to have Dwayne spray my chair so it stops squeaking, dang it.
Oh, I didn't even hear it. I didn't even hear it. But we have a few people in here, so let's welcome them. We have Dwayne and him and his clown. Sassy,
creepy clown.
Oh, I don't like clowns. Oh, do I not like clowns? But hello. Mama to Pokemon. Hello.
Hey. I haven't talked with Cheryl for a while.
Oh, yeah, I got to remember her name. I know that's your friend, and I keep forgetting her name, so I apologize. Yeah. Hello, Thrift Hunter. Glad to see you. Denise, hello. Denise says, Heather, I like your haircut.
Thank you.
Thrift Hunter says, so beautiful today. I played golf with my dad and his friends. His birthday is Wednesday. My son's birthday is tomorrow.
Where does Thrift Hunter live?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Thrift Hunter, where do you live exactly? You don't have to tell us the exact address, but state would be great. Hello, Perlini. Hello, Save Robbie. How are you doing? Great to see you live. I'm in bed, just saying hi. Hello. Oh,
it must Missouri. Be later where he is.
It's
Missouri. Okay.
So I believe he's in Central Time, my time zone.
I think so.
So, whoa, the chat is jumping. He says he's 45 minutes west of St. Louis. Awesome.
I'll have to look up where St. Louis is.
Say Robbie said, he's good, just sleepy. I hear ya. Hello, JRKR. How you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I'm hoping that I said hello to everybody that came in. If I missed you, I apologize. Um, Mama to Pokemon, Cheryl, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yes.
She
I was trying
says,
to read. Yeah. I keep meaning to get on, but I forget. Oh, okay, to come watch. Yeah. That's
it's all
okay.
good.
I have a post-it reminding me to be on the show on Mondays. So, and I help host it.
Yeah, I've just been getting stuff organized and rearranged, and now it's now that I got the big monitor, I got to figure out how I got to do this. And then I was so tired of seeing all the stuff on the shelves over here and back behind me. It's stuff that I use for printing and stuff. So I just covered them,
Oh,
made it
very
look
good.
better. And then Tommy was like, so I had this big long piece of material, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Tommy's like, so I cut it at one end because it was really long. And then I went and I cut it in the middle, and he's like, why did you cut it in the middle? And I looked, I said, so that I could adjust it. He's like, you could have adjusted it without cutting it in the middle. Now you're going to have this big white thing right smack in the middle. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to fix that.
Do you have a sewing machine?
I do, but I don't know how to use it.
And you don't?
I have
And
had it for years, and I tried couple times to try to use it. I can make curtains like you wouldn't believe,
see, that's all you
but that's
need.
it.
Yeah, that's all you need to fix that.
It's
And
okay. I'm gonna
I
paint them when it gets warmer out. We can open the windows and stuff. I'm gonna repaint the shelves, and so that way I don't have to worry about the different materials that I switch out and
sure.
stuff like that. And so and then with these lights, which for some reason aren't really showing up, I thought they would show up better. But hold on, let me see something. All right, I made. Yeah, see, they're not showing up as good as I wanted them to. That's okay. I'll figure it out. I always figure it out. And when push comes
And
to shove, I'll just snap.
Cheryl sews well. I don't know. I don't. Have you ever made any clothes? She does quilts,
Mm,
and she does very pretty quilts. I'm craft level. I know how to work a sewing machine, and I can do craft level sewing, but I can't make clothes or anything like that.
you know, I
Really, I've never had the need. So,
I I sew better by hand than I do with the sewing
oh,
machine.
funny.
And so, like I'll like fix the kids' clothes or Tommy's clothes if they need to be sewed or something like that. But that's about as the extent. And
Oh,
I
see
can
if
make
some.
some really good curtains. Did I forget to mention
Yeah,
that?
I could probably do curtains. If something needs to be repaired, I just throw it out. Just replace it.
Well, I'm not saying I'm the best person that sews by hand, but I'm pretty good at it.
No, I don't even bother. Let's see, I can make Christmas stockings. That is all. So being a a pioneer daughter descendant, I learned how to sew as a child. Um, but no, really, all I ever have really done is Christmas stockings.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I haven't made those. I can make some
I
good curtains.
I have my mother's sewing machine that's older than me, but it doesn't really work. So
See,
and
I'm like JRKR. I can sew buttons on like you wouldn't believe.
oh yeah, no, I can't. I'm
Little.
sure I could, but I don't bother. I would probably take it to Cheryl.
Yeah, and I've tried to crochet, and I can crochet the long line. You can use it as a headband. That's about it. And you have to
um,
tie it. That's
let's see.
crafty with that stuff.
Oh, I remember when. So my brother and I are we're years apart in age, but we weren't really that far apart in size for a while. I remember he was throwing jeans out because they got holes in them, and they were big. They were kind of loose on me, but anyway, I cut off the bottoms for shorts and patched the holes with the bottom of the legs and wore those because I don't know, I was being resourceful. Butt ass broke, man. If I wanted clothes as a teenager, I had to go buy them, you know? So.
And that's the thing, you know, I have a boy and he's older than my daughter. And so I can't do the whole hand me down thing.
I didn't get hand-me-downs because my sisters are so much older than I am that my mom didn't bother. You know, by the time it fit me, the fashion was gone. So, and we moved a lot.
See, yeah, and that's the thing, you know, like, so Jaslyn would have fit in, my daughter would have fit in 100% in the 80s. 100%. Because she is her own little Punky Brewster and she loves bright colors. Bright colors. Like blinding bright colors. So the neon that we have now is not the same as the neon in the 80s.
That was enough to cause a seizure, man. I had a pair of neon pink socks. I hated the neon. I didn't do that. I remember at that same time I'm wearing Mickey Mouse shirts with Mickey Mouse on them, Guess jeans, Swatch watches. What did they call them? Because they weren't capris at that time, but they weren't clam diggers. What did they call them in the 80s? They cropped. I had some cropped pants.
Was that the ones where it go between the knee and the ankle?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit longer than capris, but skinny at the bottom. But back in the day before I had hips and a behind, 501s. That was I didn't like girls cut pants because they were high risers, which has come back. But 501s, those were my jeans. And I would peg the legs on those. And now they do, you get them skinny jeans, but that's back when. Yeah, I used to do some alterations on my clothes. So.
That's cool. That's cool.
And my mom.
Chronicles. She says hello, Pixie and Heather and everyone.
Sometimes I would get secondhand stuff and my mom would alter it. And then I guess I got a stack of cotton fabric from my grandma. And I was like all of a size 4. And so my mom made me a bunch of little skirts. I swear that's how I passed one of my classes, is wearing my little skirts and sitting on the teacher's desk and flirting with him. Wow. Just think of how that would not work now. That would so not fly. But I remember sitting on his desk flirting with him. And that was the only reason I passed the class. I don't think I did any work.
No, it's bad. Sorry, Heather.
It is bad, isn't it? It's really bad.
It's hilarious, but bad.
And, I think I am registered. Cheryl is a Utah Daughter Pioneer. But yeah, we totally should join the dupe club. And
sorry about that. I had a cough. Hello, Ashley. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. This is her first time. She said, "Save Robbie sent her." Well, thank you, Robbie, and thank you, Ashley, for being here. We appreciate
absolutely.
it. She said, "Remember, Dwayne used to have me sew buttons on his shirt."
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up with chat real quick.
That was when Dwayne first started reselling. And with shirts, he doesn't sell those anymore. Oh, cute.
Oh, a picture of young Heather.
I didn't get flavored water before we started. Oh, yeah. I changed my my Facebook. Because I was, I never did do it as the kitten one. And so that's me, age 17, 115 pounds, 1989. spring of. Look at the
You could
hair.
patch.
Look at the eyebrows. I over tweezed my eyebrows in the early 2000s. Look at my nails. My nails were between 3/4 and an inch long.
How did you even do anything?
I don't know. But yeah, those were my nails. I'm sure acrylic was around. Yeah, acrylic was around then. But no, those were my nails. So
You know, I look at this picture and I
look at my
see
ghost white legs, man.
our neighbor, his little boy, who is really good friends with Joseph and Jaslyn. You could pass as his sister.
You know,
Holy cow.
my brother and I looked quite a bit alike when we were younger, not anymore.
Oops, come on.
But yeah, that hair. Oh, that I tried that for a short time, and then I'm like, no. And I actually chopped it off as short as about it. I did the Demi Moore, so top was longer. But
so was that a perm or was that natural?
Oh, that was a perm. That was a home lilt perm, ladies. My mother did that. And I never did too big of a gerbil. And I did the black eyeliner. And sometimes I would do bright eyeshadow with the charcoal edges. And last time I wore makeup, I had my daughter do it because it has been so long since I put it on, and she loves playing around with makeup. I'm like, just do face full of makeup for me, and it looked really good.
That's cool. I didn't even put any on today.
I
put makeup on today.
Yeah, I'll put mascara on. I bet I wear a full face of makeup maybe once a year.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't
just do eyes and lips.
I wore makeup in the 80s, and then in the 90s when the grunge was going on. I'm like, man, this is so much better, and I never went back to wearing makeup really.
Hello, Marie. Welcome. Let's see. Perlini says, love patching up my jeans with fabric, embroidery, thread.
Oh, I bet you did it all fancy. Now, I remember 60s, 70s, that was real popular, right? Doing that and doing the fun patches and stuff.
I'm more of a 90s kid. I was born in 80, yes. But I'm in my teen years, I was in the 90s.
Yeah, so 90s was your decade.
Yes. So I took pencils, like colored pencils, and not like the color pencils, but like different pens that were different colors, and I used to draw on my pencils. I used to get in trouble all the time.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I never did it, but I do remember.
Get bored in class.
Yeah.
Especially if we had this one teacher that was talked in one tone the whole class, and you had to pay attention because the test was on what he was talking about. And so I would sit there and doodle on my pants, and I knew I was going to get in trouble. But I was so bored, and there was nothing else to do, and you couldn't doodle on your paper because you had to turn your notes in with tests. You would get in trouble for having.
So was this by high school?
Yeah, this was high school.
Oh, yeah. No, my mom would have been like, well, that was dumb, but no, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble for doing that. But I'm the youngest, remember? I didn't get in trouble. Boy, you had to wear your brother's clothes.
Oh. My brothers were always bigger than me. When we got to a certain age, they were bigger than me. So I got my brother Rusty, I used to get his hand-me-down shoes because his feet were bigger than mine. And my brother Michael, who now is 6'2", and like, I mean, it's crazy. Not so much my little brother's clothes. Just
something we always had was good shoes. And, I didn't even know till I was an adult, and I asked my mom about it. Well, her father had been a shoe salesman. And that was back when, like, they would get the right foot and the right width for your shoes, and they'd put it on your foot. And so she grew up always having good, decent shoes, and then we're that way. And so I try to be that way with my kids. I've been wearing Nikes. I have Nikes on right now. I've been wearing Nikes since the 2nd grade.
Oh, nice.
Those little Chinese kids chained to their workstations, they are there for my feet. They fit my feet. I'm going to go to hell for it, but they fit my feet perfectly in the meantime. So
Wow, I wear Skechers because they have the memory foam.
yeah, I've had some Skechers, not
A
like
certain type of memory foam, though.
canvas shoes.
Yeah, it's a certain type of memory foam because not all
Yeah.
memory foam is comfortable with my feet. And so, whatever type of memory foam that they use in their shoes is the only thing that my feet don't like scream at me by the end of the day.
And yeah, Dwayne wears Skechers. Do you
I
have
love
wider feet?
what's that?
You have wider feet?
No, I have bad feet. I have
Yeah.
little bones in my feet. So,
I
as
didn't think you had wide feet.
no, well, they're not wide, they're
Yeah.
just little. And so when the foot special, because I have a foot specialist because I've had so many surgeries with my feet, to correct the bone structure and try to fix so that I can walk properly. And otherwise, I walk, when I walk, it's like a tripod because of how little my bones are
Huh.
and how I don't, it's really weird. It's really weird and hard to explain. But I have very bad feet. And so Skechers are, so we are not sponsored by Skechers, but if Skechers wants to sponsor me, I'll talk up your shoes all day long.
You know, I've been walking so much. I was looking at the bottom of my soles, and I'm gonna need a new pair of Nikes this Mother's Day. That's my
Your Mother's Day gift that you
yeah,
want.
is every spring new pair of Nikes. And you know, I hadn't been walking for a long time, but I'm been walking again yet, and I'm gonna need a new pair. I'm pretty proud of that.
That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, and that's the thing. You have to be like, for me, with the way my feet are, with as bad as they are, the pain, it's like it's ridiculous. It is
That's
so
something on me. My
ridiculous.
feet are still hanging in there. There's, you know, maybe it's because my mom bought me good shoes, but no, my feet are still. My knees are going to go out before anything else.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I've already had knee injuries. I've already been told that by multiple doctors, you know, like sports medicine, that I'll need to have new knees one day.
oh wow. Yeah,
So
see,
what is
that's the
this?
thing about with Tommy is new. He's gonna have to have new knees and hips
Yeah, my
because
mom,
of his
because
arthritis.
remember, my mom has the same arthritis and she got new knees and hips. So, do we have a subject today?
No, not really. I know we were going to talk about any books that we read this past week, um, stuff like that, because I know people were really interested in it last week.
I don't know if they were
Hey,
interested
Cliff,
in
how you doing?
Oh, hey, speaking of, I'll show off what I've been working on. So, I have two modes. One is complete lack of focus, and the other one is obsessive. So, very, very bipolar. And you know, looking at the reflection of my room is, if I'm in an obsessive mood, I should clean up my room, huh? It looks horrible. But anyway, so
Did you see
I
Pierre Care's comment? He will go
um,
to hell with great feet.
you know, I have narrow feet. And I've never even felt like my feet are ugly on the, you know, as far as feet go. I think I have, you know, decent looking feet. I have kind of long toes, but you know, big with my fingers. So I
Do you see your
binders.
husband?
Um,
Imagine that, somebody bigger than the pixie. Really? Oh, he's being sassy.
but they're not perfect. It was supposed to be more color coded than it ended up, and I kept forgetting to put colored paper in the printer.
Oh,
So, but anyway, those are my four different stories that um I have one short story finished, two that were finished, and then I tore them apart. basically, and what I'm going to tear apart again. I don't know. What I'd really like to do is find what I need to do is find my rhythm for my stories. I want to do a more kind of episodic, if that's a form of episode. Is that actually how you say it? Is that anyway where
You're asking the wrong person.
and so where they're somewhere between novella and short story, and they're just like chunks of stories. And that's how back in the day, how magazines did stories.
Right.
And now that's how, online, like on Amazon. And so that works with me mainly for my short attention span if I just write short chunks of stories.
Right.
But as I told you, I've been listening to the MC Romance, and oh my gosh, there's like, I'll read it to Dwayne later. I was laughing my butt off in the middle of the night, just weird. But yeah, not so much any romance going on. The author but he's written over 50 books and finished them. So yeah, I'm going to jump around with different authors for that for a while.
Right.
So I don't know what I'm going to go to after that. Who knows? I didn't know I was going to go to this one. I just come upon them.
Yeah, and like with the book that I started writing. Oh, has it been 15? How long ago was it? I started writing it. Oh, this sounds bad now that I think of it. I've been writing it for a long time. And my son's 15, and I started before he was born.
Yeah, you've been working on it for a while.
And then I had it almost done. I had one chapter to go, and my laptop was busted.
That's why you
And
always back it up.
I didn't know back then what I know now. If I would have known back then what I know now, heck yeah, it would have been.
All of mine are in the cloud.
Yeah, but back then, and
There were, yeah, you were put in clouds, but you could have done a thumb drive then.
See, and I didn't know really anything about that stuff. I had a computer. I knew you can go online, but I didn't know you could save things online. I just saved
I don't know
computer.
when did putting stuff in a cloud really start? I don't even know. But I'm never on top of things.
But I was so devastated, and
oh heck yeah!
I had the laptop because I was hoping someday somebody would be able to pull that off of the hard drive. The hard drive was damaged, and
that sucks. We had a bunch of pictures that we lost because of something like that.
Yeah, so I just haven't. I haven't had the motivation to rewrite it because I guess I'm just so nervous that something's going to happen. I'm going to lose it all over again. And so, and I don't remember every single line, every single word that I used in it because it was.
Well, yeah. No, when I deconstruct a story and put it back together again, I change things up. I'm typically trying to add more depth to my characters, more description to their surroundings. But I try really hard not to meander. And Rascally
Scavenger. Hello.
Do we know them?
I don't know. It looks like a new name in our chat.
And
so,
but it does to me. Yeah, it looks new to me.
Thank you for being here. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? How you doing? I'm trying to catch up with chat real quick, so we're not leaving them out.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna give me some water, so I'll be back in.
All right, sounds really good. Cheryl says, I've worn Nikes for years, but recently got New Balance. My PT recommended them. They keep me from rolling my ankles all the time. I love them. Ooh, ouchie. Yeah, see, I do. I love my Skechers. And I can tell that after I wear my Skechers and then I go to switch to a different pair of shoes and I wear those, my feet are so angry. Let me tell you, they hurt so bad. And my feet hurt today. I haven't worn tennis shoes all winter. I've had slippers or winter boots. And so my feet are going to be not happy again with me soon. Cliff says, when I was a broke college kid, I rocked Velcro shoes, cheap like.
Did you get Velcro tracks from Kmart? That's what Dwayne's always threatening to do.
He said he couldn't get any girls to talk to him during that.
Yeah, that's girl repellent right there, man. Them sexy Velcro tennis shoes. Hey, when I was a kid, of course, pre all of that stuff, just being a kid, I remember I loved having the Velcro shoes. Oh, and then too, this is before your time. Kangaroo shoes. They had zippers on the side, and that's where I kept my house key.
We found a pair of those at a thrift store.
Really? Purple? Yes. Size 9?
I don't know. This was a long time ago. I remember the kangaroo. I'd never seen anything like it before. They had the zippers.
I had many pairs of those.
And let me tell you, it was crazy. And they went for good money.
I bet. Yeah. I wore those like 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade kind of time. And yeah, no, I loved them.
Denise says, subject, what it's like to be disabled and not be able to get out of the house much.
That's real depressing. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's...
I don't get out of the house much, but that's because I don't have anywhere to go. So, yeah. Oh, hey, I ran down to Walmart yesterday. That's exciting. It's a mile away. And hey, since I live out here, I don't know anyone. I'll go into public in my leggings. Bountiful, I won't. I know people. And because I went on a walk and then I just drove down to Walmart and I was like, man, yeah, if I was in Bountiful, I'd never go out in this lack of fashion.
Guess who Rascally Scavenger is?
Who?
James.
What a nerd.
Perlini asks, is this your new name now, James? And Rascally Scoundrel says, Perlini, yes, I'm working on doing more stuff with the Scavenger channel, but not strictly doing storage units so hard. So had a change up. See, I had no idea. Slick move. But I like the raccoon. I love the raccoon. I love raccoons, though.
Dwayne does too.
They make me happy. They can be very vicious. They can be very destructive. But as long as you feed them and you give them their space, they won't tear up your yard. Have
you seen the video of the older gentleman feeding the raccoons, and they all have their names?
I'm on Facebook, and I'm following him on Facebook, and I'm subscribed to him on YouTube.
Awesome! No, that's cute.
Yeah, Dwayne. Peanut butter sandwiches, like it's awesome. He just uploaded another one not too long ago. But I love wildlife and deer and raccoons and even bears. Bears make me happy.
Oh, I love, on YouTube, animal videos are the number one thing that's watched.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tommy,
Everybody loves watching animal videos. I don't care who you
Tommy
are, they
puts
make you
up
happy.
Tommy puts up bird feeders up on the third screen. And sometimes they're a little distracting because, like, you start seeing movement, so you're watching them. And you're they kind of hook you.
Yeah. Our one of our cats likes to go outside, so I don't put up bird feeders because she brought, it was finch size. I'm going to say it was some kind of a finch. It was really pretty, black and red. That was here in the house, and I caught it and put it in a shoebox because I didn't know if it was injured, and just kept it in there for a little while, and then checked on it a while later, and it started jumping around in the box. So Jeremy took it out back and made sure that it flew away so that the cat didn't pounce on it again.
Yeah, 2 summers ago, Jaslyn, she had this thing for finding birds, baby birds. They were falling out of the nest. Well, yeah, it was around the time where the mama kicks them out to make them learn how to fly. Well, she found a blue jay baby. Mama Blue Jay was not happy.
So did you stick it back up in the nest?
No, it was hurt a little bit, like it was stunned, and so Jasmine actually thought that it had died. And it fell out of the tree, but it just knocked himself out. And so she picked it up, put it in a box with the top off, making sure that she was going to bury it. And I'm like, wait, don't do that, because
sometimes they just get stunned.
Yeah, it's like, I see movement, so you're going to wait a little bit. So we left the top off, and it started coming around, and it did, and knocked himself stupid. And
yeah, especially like when they fly into a window.
The mama kept flying and calling, and I thought that it was going to dive bomb Jaslyn. So I'm like, just put the box on the ground, and we'll stand in the door, and we'll watch and see what happens. Well, the baby blue jay finally was able to get out of the box. This was after a couple hours. So the blue jay was able to get out and stuff like that. And it was hopping and went into the neighbor's yard, and mama came down and took care of it from there. But she didn't attack. She didn't, like, normally they do. But it didn't. And I think it's because they probably smelled our birds.
Do birds have that much of a sense of smell? I'm not sure if they do.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think they do, because Mr. Pickles, so he's in the living room over by the TV. So we have the dining room, living room, which right now is a full big living room. And so anyway, we can be in the kitchen, and we'll open up a jar of peanut butter, and that pain in the booty knows that we have peanut butter open, and he makes a certain noise because he wants the peanut butter. He knows.
That's funny.
It's hilarious. And she's found, that same summer, she found a baby woodpecker that fell out of the tree. Mama was nowhere to be found because we had told her, don't be picking up baby birds off the the sidewalk or whatever. If they're in the road, it's one thing. You can pick them up, put them on the grass, but don't just pick them up. So she waited a couple hours when she saw this baby woodpecker, and she didn't grab it, thank heavens, but no mama, and it was still laying there after a few hours. So she brought it over, and it was, let me see if I can find the picture, because that was right after I got out of the hospital or shortly after I got out of the hospital after my spleen. Let me find it, because Tommy took a picture, and I had it on my finger after it was a-okay, and I was talking with it.
Oh, look at that. How cute.
Yeah. And then, and I was talking to it, and you can see where it tilts his head and is listening to me.
You know, I did think of a subject the other day that would be a good one for us to talk about if we, like did some research. Um, the contradictory, how do I want to say that? Dictory? I don't know. It's not sounding right. You know what I mean?
I'm finding my
Roles get assigned to men and women in our society.
The roles?
Yes, societal roles and how they contradict one another oftentimes, and just the pressure that it puts on people.
Right.
See, that's an awesome subject, isn't it?
That is, and I can't find my
Yeah.
list. Of course, I can't find my list of topics. Oh,
Our running list of topics that we never research.
well, I've been really super busy recently, and or Tommy and I have been, and so I keep forgetting to research stuff. So I just
Well, what got
to the next live, I'm just like, oh, whatever everybody wants to talk about is cool.
well, what got me thinking about it is there's a channel on YouTube called The Take, and they talk about tropes, and I've learned a lot from them. Like it wasn't like stunning, oh my heck, kind of. It was just like, oh, that makes sense. Kind of categorizing characters in movies, TV, books, and then it got me thinking about how we do that in real life, and then got thinking about how, like I said, and then it moved on to the roles that are assigned to us that are unrealistic. They don't mesh. Something, you're never going to achieve it. Those kinds of things. Like, I always say I can blend in with the masses here in Utah until I open my mouth.
Yeah.
Cheryl can second that for me. Double standards.
Double standards.
Yep, double standards.
Hi, Jennifer.
Going off of the predominant religion of which is here in the state of Utah. There's some huge ones. There are some huge ones.
Yeah, see, I don't know. So real quick, Perlini said someone told me birds don't have a sense of smell. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. I don't know. Or is it that he just knows the sound of the peanut butter jar? Because, animals
birds
be like that too.
Oops. Well, obviously, a lot of people have looked it up because when I started typing,
it just popped right up.
Let's see. Okay, so the sense of smell in birds was, until quite recently, thought to be poorly developed. Recent behavioral studies have shown that some bird species use their sense of smell to navigate, forage, or even to distinguish individuals.
Okay, so
because
they do have
thinking of that. Because
now I know they can see colors we can't. Have you heard that? Yeah, that they see shades of colors that we can't see.
I did not know that.
I think that'd be so cool to be able to see more shades. It'd be awesome.
Yep, birds see more colors than humans in several ways. Not only are birds able to perceive the familiar rainbow of colors as well as parts of the ultraviolet spectrum that are invisible to human eyes, but they also have better visual acuity.
Mm-hmm.
drone.
The Cassup, is that for how far some birds can see?
DIURNAL birds that are active during the day have the best color sense.
That makes sense. You know, I was up in Idaho Falls with Dwayne, and there's a canal right by the hotel that he stays at when he goes up there to do on sites. And it was a nice day, so I was going for a walk, and it was a Canadian goose, did this long old approach and slowly, and there was absolutely no noise. There was barely any ripple of water, just this smooth landing. I'm like, I think that birds have the idea of having fun, because that bird had to be proud of himself and has probably practiced it, perfected it, and because there's other things going on around, and it just right down the middle, just this, and I'm like, that'd be so awesome to be able to do something like that.
I'm just happy when I can walk down the stairs and not fall over
Yeah,
on the
right. Yeah. No, so my theory on why our senses aren't as sharp is because dogs and cats hearing, and dogs senses.
Thank you, Cliff.
And okay.
It means
Hey,
daytime.
new words today.
Yes, I still can't pronounce it, but we learned a new word.
So my theory on that is, since we have higher thinking capacity, if our senses took in things as powerfully as various animals have, it would probably drive us crazy. And, in evolutionary speaking, it just wasn't necessary.
Perlene said, the reason I said that is because they always said, don't touch the babies. If they fall from the tree, the mamas won't take care of them after
I don't know
that.
if it's true or not. I've heard of that too. Is that an old wives' tale, or is it true? I don't know.
Okay, so in my experience alone, I have seen where people have picked up babies that have fallen from trees and the mamas just have nothing to do with them. And I've also seen where people have picked up babies and the mama will still go to them. It depends on your smell and what your intentions are. Like, birds are very, very smart and people don't give them enough credit.
Depends on the bird.
What's that?
So it depends on the bird. I've met some stupid birds.
Yeah, but like with Mr.
Parrots
Pickles,
are freaky smart.
oh, he is. And we have a person that comes over, and unfortunately, it's sometimes good, sometimes bad. But that when this person comes over, Mr. Pickles, he goes and like can't understand why Mr. Pickles don't like him. Well, for one, his job. His job makes him smell, and it's in his skin. And Mr. Pickles doesn't like that smell. And it also doesn't help that he gets in his face, and he's already agitated because of the smell. And it's like we keep warning him, back up, he's going to bite you. And then the second to the last time he was here, he's like, oh, I'm going to go give Mr. Pickles a kiss. Well, Mr. Pickles gave him a kiss all right and bit his lip because he warned him. And I'm not going to discipline my animal, my baby.
Bird.
What's that?
I guess you discipline a bird by putting them back in their cage. It's not like you
put
can
them in a timeout. Yeah, you cover their cage. You put them in a timeout and you cover them with a blanket. That's their timeout.
I don't know if that's so much disciplining is just separate, removing them from the situation, which, that applies to everyone sometimes.
Exactly.
At some point.
And Mr. Pickles has bit through the guy's leather jacket. He has bit his arm because he sticks his arm out there, and we warned him, like, don't do it. I won't advise you to do that. And if you do it and he bites you, that's on you. You can't get mad at him because he is giving you warnings. And if you don't want to listen to it, then what happens to you is what happens to you. And there's nothing I'm not going to discipline my animal because you don't want to listen. And so, and he knows that this guy's not has his moments, you know? And so um it's frustrating that, and there's certain people, that other people that come with him, that he automatically associates with him. So if they see them here, he's constantly like looking to make sure that this other person isn't with them.
Gotcha.
And it's like, I'm not going to hide my bird. This is his home. You need to respect the fact that this is his home, and there are rules that you need to follow when it comes to him. And Mr. Pickles is the boss before the person that comes over. However, I do have a good story.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so birds, I mean, I think they do have a unique way of being able to sense, not only smell, but sense um, the right stuff.
Oh yeah, animals can totally pick up on,
And it's not
things
just birds,
from
it's all
people.
animals. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
animals have that
Like
sense.
how my dog that didn't like autistic children. Just imagine how that went over.
Not very well.
And
Uh,
she was a racist too. It was embarrassing.
oh boy.
Yeah,
Cliff said there was a time the Native Americans were so in touch with nature, they knew exactly when it was going to rain, when the frost was coming, when spring thaw was going to happen. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Um, if humans could have that sense, it would be next neat to have that ability. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would for sure. Um, so over the weekend, the kids went and stayed at some family house, our family's house, and their family, and their stepmom and them came over Sunday. They dropped him off and everything, and she made us chicken enchiladas
Oh,
from scratch.
yum. Is it with the white sauce?
No, it was a green sauce. I might have
Oh,
it
yummy.
wrong what the name of it is, but let me tell you, they were so good.
That sounds good. Was
They
it a
were
chili
really good.
verde?
What's that?
Chili verde? Um, that's kind of sauce, green sauce with pork in
Yeah,
it.
it's a green chili sauce. It's
Mm.
with jalapenos and stuff. I just know that was really, really good. And we were like, so when do you want to come back and make some more food?
That's very cool. Very nice.
And it's it's nice to actually have somebody in the kid's life that's not just me and Tommy, but another positive role model for them. And so I really like her. She used to be my friend, believe it or not, at one time. And we grew apart, and it's I feel sorry for her, but at the same time, because of who she's with. But we're becoming friends again, and it's like we really didn't like have that much time separated, even though it's been a long time.
But it didn't feel like it once you got talking.
Yeah, and so it's pretty cool. And hi, Aunt Kelly, how you doing? Yes, everything is well, Aunt Kelly. Everything is well. So yeah, so that's what we did yesterday. The guys had a fire, and then me and Tina were in the house and cooking. I was learning. She was cooking. I was learning, and so it was pretty awesome. It was pretty. I learned how to make corn tortillas the right way,
Oh,
frying them.
cool. That's awesome.
When
Yeah, I
I
know how to make
tried to
something.
make them before, they
Oh.
fell apart. I didn't do it right, and I didn't know there was a right way or wrong way. And so it was cool. And we ended up eating more, and then we had a lot of chicken leftover, shredded chicken leftover, and so we made grandma's Cajun chicken soup with it, and it's got a spicy sausage. Now, Tommy, I didn't know how to say it earlier, but now that I'm trying to say what kind of sausage it was, I can't think of how to say it. But it's a spicier sausage, the chicken, and um, or no, not soup, spaghetti. It was grandma's Cajun chicken spaghetti. And it was so good. I started making it this afternoon, and you had to let it that's it. That's it, Dwayne. That's the sausage.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and I bought 2 packs thinking that I was gonna need 2, for the spaghetti and how do you say that? Andouille?
Julie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie.
That's the type of sausage we got. It was a milder one, but it still was pretty spicy. But it was like the perfect spice. And it brought everything together and oh, it was so good. And dewy. Yeah, that's it. And dewy. That's how Tommy tried to get me to say it too, and I forgot. My
Well,
bad.
see, now you see it written down. You can memorize that.
Right. Hey Eric, how you doing? Good evening. So yeah, it's so it was a pretty good weekend. I did read a little bit more in my let's see which one was it? The Riddick. I think that's how you say it. Riddick um, app, which is a reading
Oh,
app.
okay. Yeah.
I read a little bit of two stories. I have 4 of them on my phone. And
I
so
downloaded some stories for it was
if you like
$1.
if you like um books that are very heavily adultish, I got a book for you.
All right.
I have to skim through those parts very fast because those make me very uncomfortable.
See, and those are the ones that Dwayne can tell you that I will completely deconstruct a sex scene and rip on anything that I hate about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring
Because
it up, but
men men
are
cannot
we
write
still
sexy sex
live?
scenes. Sorry, guys.
Can you guys let me know if we're still live because it's saying that my network is down.
Ah,
You guys can hear me.
I can
Um,
hear you, and
oh,
it says live, and we're coming up on an
okay,
hour.
it's back up. So I didn't. Maybe that's what the buffering was. I saw somebody say buffering. Um,
Oh,
yeah, R rated, but it's way. It's XR rated.
okay. Now I need to read that book.
It's called the Summoned Luna.
Oh, so this is
And
werewolf.
it's a werewolf paranormal
Okay,
romance.
yeah, I'll read that and totally rip it apart for you because I'm good.
It's very
Okay,
like
I'm writing this down. Hey, tell me again.
the Summoned Luna.
Okay,
And I
and
was
of course we all
reading
know what a
it.
Luna is.
What's that?
I said we all know what a Luna is.
Yeah, and it's on the
Who wrote it?
READICT app.
Who
Uh,
wrote it?
uh, hold on. I don't know who wrote it.
Okay,
Let
here I'm
me
gonna
look.
Google it, see if I can find it.
I'm looking. Rice ball.
Is
That's
that
what it
who
says.
posted it? Is Rice Ball? Okay, right there.
Rice ball.
The Summoned Luna. Um. Oh, by Rice Ball. Good reads. Oh,
Yeah,
and then there's part 2. Why by W.G. Spillman.
it's
Interesting.
got it's definitely adultish, and I'm not real big into those kind of books, but I thought it was different. All right, have a good night, Denise. Thank you for joining us. Um,
Mature erotic novel. Humans are going extinct, constantly under attack by deadly vampires.
yeah, it's a
Ah,
paranormal romance, and
yeah.
so I I like the story behind it, just not all the other stuff that goes with it.
See, and like I said, it's not just sex scenes that I will, it's anything to do with reading. When I read a story, I'm not just reading the story, I'm looking at structure, description, development of character, how the pace of the book, right there behind me. Can't read it, but that was a how-to book that I typed up notes on and made a poster out of. It's the whole, I put everything on the Joseph Campbell scale and see how they do. I don't care for a great deal of meandering. I am more of a straight line. I don't even really care for a lot of flashbacks. Typically, especially if the flashback really isn't pertinent to the story I'm reading, I just jump over it. If it's just, reminiscing, I'm like, oh, nobody cares, and just jump over it.
Right. Well, and then there's another book on that same app called The Devil's Bride.
Okay. These
That
are
one's
some
pretty
really deep stories here, man. These are real, get the old noodle going. The
Yeah,
Devil's Bride.
that one's not bad at all. I actually like that one.
Well, what fun is it if it's not awkwardly erotic?
I usually skip those or like skim as fast as I can through it so that I can get past it and be done.
Yeah, we are so extreme. That's something that you and I are total opposite ends.
And then there's the app Dreamy, DREAME, and I've been reading the Thunder Wolves MC.
Okay, I've written that one down. So MC, is it did you say MC?
Yeah,
MC. Is it a motorcycle club?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
tell me again now the name.
The Thunder Wolves MC.
Okay, I'm going to read that one
There's
next.
3 books. I'm on the first one, and I just started reading that one, and it's not bad so far.
Okay, I'm really burned out on vampires. I didn't even torture myself with reading the Twilight books, although I had a neighbor who made me watch all the movies with her. Man, I sacrificed brain cells to watch those stupid movies with her. Okay, the Thunder Wolves. Did you give me an author?
The Thunder Wolves MC is written by hold on.
Crap eraser.
Let's see if I can get this. It doesn't say who wrote it,
Okay,
but
I'll look it up on Goodreads.
The first book is called The Thunder Wolves MC J. Lee.
Okay.
JAYLEE. And these books, the series is they're focusing on the women.
Now, are they portraying them in a
they're
good
badasses. Strong women. Strong independent women.
As long as they're not women playing a man's role.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Or whenever women see, a lot of what I'm reading right now is like, it's really bizarre. You can often tell the generation of the author by the attitudes they give their characters, because attitudes towards various things have greatly, like, if Dwayne tried to pull off someone who he's related to, attitude towards women, oh hell no. And the man that's anti-woman, younger men today, they aren't like that. The whole like in the 70s, being macho was a thing. But yeah, kind of women hating men. Seriously, millennials, have you ever met a millennial male that hates women? I don't think they make them like that anymore.
No, and what's good about these book series is the men are macho, the women are girly, but they can handle themselves.
And
And that's what I like about it.
that's cool.
And they've been through hell and back, and because they went through hell and they came back, made them stronger. And
Well,
so
what doesn't kill you?
what's that?
What doesn't kill you?
Yeah, it makes you stronger.
Ooh, oh
Exactly.
my goodness. Wow. I don't know about the book, but I'm looking at the images for the book.
I knew it as soon as you
Oh
started.
my goodness. Damn. Man, you'd be blushing just looking at the pictures.
I don't even know if I can get.
Okay, there's the real life ones. There's the gut. Yeah, yeah. Some real life wolf pack MCs, you know. Oh, hey, Dwayne went on a ride. Was it like 160 miles? He went to Antelope Island and back, and about 200 motorcycles. He saw my cousin there, and my cousin's a prospect for an MC for a club. And Dwayne, I told Dwayne that he needs to find one with fat old military guys, and he said that a lot of MC clubs are fat old military guys. I'm like, you found your peeps. He's got to go be a prospect. Not as mean, not as lean.
No,
And
I know that
you want to see this picture?
Tommy,
How do I do this
screen share?
picture?
Okay,
Wait,
so
hang on. I clicked on it. It took me somewhere to read. Is it a thumbnail? Is that what you call it?
yeah, do you want me to try to find it?
And so
No.
yeah, I'm looking at the book covers here.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I know
I
that
might just stick
Dwayne was
with
saying
looking
he
at
was
the
going to
book
take a ride
covers.
this weekend.
Come on, clicked on the wrong thing.
Sorry, I have a craving for sweets, so I'm eating a donut.
Oh, so Jeremy wanted me to buy some nasty frosted cookies. He's like, those cheap cookies at Walmart? I want some because, I told you I wouldn't venture into Walmart. And I was proud of myself because I took one bite and I was like, oh, gross. And I don't know who ate it. Somebody ate it for me. And that was all I had. It was like 24 nasty ass cookies, and I was able to resist. I was very proud of
Like
myself.
those off-brand cookies, like the generic version of cookies, and we get them from our store. And because we have a dollar section in our store, and then we have a cookie section on the other side of the store. And so they have some really good cookies in the dollar section, but then their cheaper cookies, aka generic cookies, are better than their original cookies. So ours are pretty good. They're usually really, really soft to eat, and we like
Good.
those. We have 2 drawers over here of snacks.
So I'm looking at these pictures, and how do I translate this into not sounding really creepy creepster? Okay, I'm talking about hair and facial hair and hair on head and jewelry and ink. Okay, we're just talking about this because there's so many looks that my oldest son. That's why I said we're not going pervy. There's my kid here. There's so many looks that my son could pull off if he had thicker hair. I tried to get him to grow it out when he was a kid. He wouldn't now. He regrets it. He has his father's hair. It's going thin. Not Dwayne, as you know, Dwayne's stepdad. Dwayne gave his kids way too much hair. But yeah. Because just some of the fashions, I'm like, I can so see him doing it. Too bad God didn't give him more hair to get the thing going on. But he just shaves his head. So
Let's see. Let's share.
Stupid. Do you hear that? Stupid of vast torments me more than anything else.
So this is the one that I'm reading now. Oh, you can't
Okay,
really
here.
see the
Let me get
picture.
back over to you.
Okay.
Yeah, yep, I saw that. Yeah, I
And
tried to
then,
blow it up on my screen, couldn't do it.
yep. And then there's this one. I think this is a second book, Blair. And then Lizzie, Claire. And then, yeah, those are the 4 that I have.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, they're not bad books at all. Oh, I'm like way off. I was way off on the lag is crazy. So yeah, it's those ones are good books. Those ones are good books. And I like to read when um I just need me time.
And
So
I'm at the point in my life where I've got me time pretty much all of the time. And um
oh,
yeah,
Dwayne.
yep, under that keg is a 6-pack.
That's too funny. But yeah, so if you guys ever get want a really good book to read or series to read, um look for that one because
Now, are these, I'm wondering if these are indie published or if
yeah, I
they're
think they
actually,
are because it's on the
okay.
Dream
So
app.
they're really good on the amateur level of
Right.
books.
I was oops.
You know, I, with reading indie published books from, find on Amazon and get Audible. Oh my heavens, people need to have proofreaders, because when you download it, and I can pick out the mistakes, the grammar mistakes, it's bad. And these are people who are making money. Why? As Dwayne tells me, because they finish their stories.
I've heard that too.
Like I said,
There is an app, and I think it's on my other phone,
I
but you get like there's that one app, and I'll try to find it. But there's an app that I read, and you get free proofread readers. So you write your story, and then what happens is you're reading through it as a person who selected that book to read. If you see spelling grammar that's
gotcha.
not right, you are able to correct it, and you get points that you can use
Ah,
to unlock another
Dwayne should
book.
do that. Dwayne could totally do that. I torture
And
him with my
and
stories.
it's awesome. Like I've corrected a lot. I've like proofread a lot of books on that app, at least a lot of books for me. Um, and so and I've gotten like 5 points for correcting a sentence and stuff like that. And I'll see if I can find the app.
Yeah, that's fun.
But I like it. I like to read. It is definitely something that I use to help when I'm like really my anxiety is real high or I get frustrated. Like today when I was trying to set this all up, I was getting frustrated because then my hands are tiny. I don't have the strength to hit the nail with the hammer, and I didn't want to hit myself in the face with it. So I got frustrated, and so I had to walk away. So I went upstairs and I opened my book or turn on the phone, started reading a little bit, just to kind of like woosah moment. And I was calm and I didn't have to read much of it. And then I was calm and I came down and I finished it. And then, or I started working on it again. And then I realized I didn't have enough material. And I'm like, well, what the hey? And then I looked at the time, realized that the thrift store was still open. So I ran to the thrift store to get more material so that I could finish. And it all worked out in the end. And so it sometimes just even reading a short piece of a book helps me personally with my anxiety.
That's
Not
good.
always.
When I'm with walking the past week, because out there, uh, seeing a bit of the world, chatting with neighbors. Why is he? But getting
Not
out
commenting on that one,
and
Dwayne.
walking. That's why I have to leave Utah so I can walk year round, and because that's my number one. Like I said, I used to walk like crazy. In fact, after I had Ian, I lost my post-pregnancy weight by walking in the cemetery that was just down the street, pushing him in the stroller. And oh my gosh, I walked probably hundreds of miles, man, walking through that. And I always avoid the funerals going on, and on occasion stop in, say hi to some of the people I knew. And
Yeah,
but
that's the thing.
no traffic.
Cemeteries don't creep me out.
No, it's a very well kept cemetery, very nice. Yeah, there was one section that it was hard to walk past.
The
But as far as the rest of it went, it was, you always tell yourself it's people who are ready to go.
right. Yeah, when I was younger, I liked, taking flowers and putting them on graves of people I didn't know. It was just something that I did, because if you think about it, the older gravestones, there's nobody coming and visiting. Nobody
Oh
coming
yeah.
and so that's what I enjoyed doing that, and it just gave me a sense of peace to be able
Interesting. Very nice. Yeah, the Salt Lake
to be
City
able to
cemeteries got really old.
mhm.
Uh,
And
graves.
we actually have a cemetery outside of Wisconsin Dells, and it's not much outside of Wisconsin Dells, but it's off of 13, and it's one of the most haunted cemeteries in the United States, I believe. Don't
Awesome.
quote me, but it is supposedly very haunted. You're not allowed there at night because of
Not
some
allowed
crazy
at any
stuff
of them
that's
at night.
happened. But I just, I don't know. I would love to be able to go and do that all over again. Is real flowers, fake flowers, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I know real flowers are expensive, but
Fake flowers are expensive unless you get them from Dollar Tree.
well, yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, people, you're truly not dead until the last person that knew you.
Yep. Till the last time your name is spoken.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so even though I didn't know these people, I felt bad that, and you could tell they hadn't been visited in a very long time, very long time. And so I just wanted to kind of like say, hey, thank you for being here. And regardless of what you did in life, it was just my way of doing things. And I did. I had a peace over me doing it. And I'd love to be able to do it again. I told Tommy I'd love to live because we've looked at houses and there's like, oh, there's one by a cemetery. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah. I lived by a
And
cemetery for 5 years. Yeah.
it
5.5 years.
doesn't bother me. And I think that more people need to realize that really, Dwayne, well, they're not smelling the flowers. It's just a way of showing respect. But that's just me. And I know other people have done it too in the past, but I think more people need to do that is to, say their name out loud. Go to a cemetery, and walk around and go to the oldest part of the cemetery.
So what I kind of sort of did in that way is so my neighbor up the street, we're related, and so I was looking through the genealogy binder that her father and aunt put together. This sucker is huge. And so I'm looking through the Johnson. That's how we're related, is through the Johnsons. And so yeah, Cheryl, remember how I was related to your basement dweller? Yep, got another Johnson. I think I may have told you that. You met her. Anyway, and I saw a name in there. I'm like, that's so awesome. Now, Jeremy told me it sounded like a male stripper name, but I still used it for one of my characters. His name is Savage Johnson. It just, yeah, I was like, that is such an awesome name.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. And and two, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I've thought about. I've wondered if I should create a character for my guardian angel.
You could. You really could.
Yeah, I've thought about it.
My aunt asked, Destiny, have you ever looked up the names of those people that you put flowers on to see what they've done with their lives? I did not, because for me, it really didn't matter. Like, hopefully they weren't serial killers, but but it was just something that I did. There was really no rhyme or reason. I just had a peace over me, and I enjoyed doing it. And I mean, I couldn't dig a grave or anything like that, but if it came down to it, where we became like caregivers of a cemetery, this girl would be in her glory. Although the haunting stuff, part of it can stay in the cemetery and not in the house, but
as long as nobody follows you home.
right.
So I may have mentioned in passing in the past. Anyway, I believe it was 2003 when my ex's childhood bestie died. And so I remember going, it was like after they got the headstone, going there, and it said forever in our hearts. I'm like, what? It should say, may the force be with you. Because I was like, that didn't match his personality. This is kind of subject jumping. But when you know someone is a friend, this has happened a couple times in my life, someone is a friend and they pass away. And then their family finds out things about them. And you're like, oh, yeah, I already know. Not like in a bragging way, but I've just had that. Like I said, it's happened a couple times. And one with this guy. Anyway, when you know someone is a friend, I think, there's times when you know them even better because they share more. And then, yeah, you die and all the skeletons start falling out of the closet.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have words to fully. You have to experience it. There's no way to describe it.
Right.
But
and that goes into a whole different category of stuff, hauntings. How many here believe that there are ghosts, and how many here don't believe in ghosts, and
yeah.
how many believe that they talk to you, and how many
Cheryl went with me to go talk to a medium. We've gone to a couple of fairs where there's psychics. When life gets back to being life again, we'll start doing it again. But anyway, yeah, Cheryl sat with me while I talked to a medium about my friend that died, and it was funny because she just started laughing, and she's like, "I'm sorry, he's funny," and she told me what he said. I'm like, "You got the right person." It was really awesome. I don't care if anybody doesn't believe me.
I have a keyword. I have a keyword that if Tommy ever goes to a psychic, he has to ask him for that keyword, and if they don't get it right, they're phony.
Well, I wish I would have written it down because there were things that were mentioned that and later there was something, and later I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know what he was talking about. But no, it was really cool. I'm not saying everybody who claims to be a medium is a medium, but I really like this lady. She's awesome. She goes to the shop just down the street sometimes. But I haven't seen her there. I just know I've seen it advertised that she'll be there.
Yeah, we have a lady in the area. and we actually were going to rent her little room off her garage. But then all this stuff happened that was going around. We never ended up doing it. But she had stacks and stacks of tarot cards, and
Awesome.
the ones that she had, like some of them I never seen before, and they were
Oh, I
just
bet that was
like,
way cool.
It was, the energy in there was really awesome, and it was very much a peaceful place. And so, like, there are places that you go and you're like, you walk in and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
nope, not at
I,
all.
I told you about the guy that hung out at the back of when we did our time on the inside, living in a trailer park, and he hung out at the back end of our trailer as well as the neighbor's trailer. And he did. I could feel him. He didn't bother me, but he spoke to the kids. The neighbor lady said that he hadn't had a good life and he didn't have a good death, and she had told him to go away, but then he came back. And but I would just put out positive energy, and it was all good. He'd watch me shower, whatever.
Tommy's computers are going wackadoo over here.
So we're at the 8:30 mark of talking about nothing.
Well, we did talk about stuff. We touched base on things and opened up and stuff like that. Hey Charlie, aka Petties. He says, "Hello Heather, you got this."
And what do I got?
He's got it in like little.
And oh, here I'm back. I was looking up shit stuff. Parentheses.
No, the little dot things. I can't remember what the hell they're called.
Asterisks. Are those asterisks? They're not semicolons.
I
But
should
hey,
know
Pat
this.
D's. And
I should know this, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank.
So I'm looking here. Okay, I found the book. Sweet. Okay. Oh well, it's not. I'm looking at how this works here. I'm on Ringdom. Is that what you said?
Oops.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it. I gotta finish.
READICT.
And so I just because looking on my laptop, it says Ringdom is the website where I found it.
Yep, there's that one, and then Dream. DREAME.
I saw that too. Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I thought that it was a waving emoji."
And yeah, so I'm saving this so I can get to it when I'm done with the story that I'm working on or reading.
Pat, it is a waving emoji, but in StreamYard it didn't show that. It just showed what
you were giving us the finger, man.
So and YouTube it is showing the waving hand. On StreamYard it's not. They just got to learn to communicate a little better. That's all. Give us like the emojis so we know that they're emojis and we're not reading what the emoji is.
I should put makeup on under my eyes so I don't look like Dwayne beats me, huh? The lighting totally gives me dark circles. I was told it was the Scottish in me that's the dark circles under my eyes.
It could be, but I didn't notice it. Now every time I see it, I'm gonna hear that.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to put some powder under my eyes to see if I can lighten it. Yep. Dwayne is not a wife beater.
No.
He doesn't even wear wife beaters. I would not allow him to. Yeah, no.
He said would never give the finger to you ladies. We know. We know, Pat. We know.
Well, you wouldn't fit it in my house very well.
Before we head out, I do have to show some stuff real quick. So I'm going to make myself a little bigger. If I can remember how to do this. Okay, cool. So I got my birthday gifts from KK.
Oh, yes.
So I got this beautiful ring. Let me see if I can show you guys.
That is so cool. Now, is that the gunmetal?
I think it is. Yeah, it's gunmetal.
Because
I
what
think.
it'd be being black, it'd be either gunmetal or tungsten.
Yeah, I think it's the gunmetal that she was talking about. And then I got this one from her today, or from the other day.
Very pretty.
Love it. And then it's got really cool
Oh,
design all the way
awesome.
around. And it fits my pointer and my ring finger. So I love that. And I got the pearl necklaces, which are so pretty.
Now, are these vintage?
I don't know if they are or not. But the paper in here says genuine cultured pearls from the seas of Japan. Imperial Gold. It doesn't say a year.
I showed you that I've got some vintage pearls. I don't know what to do with them. I think that was Jeremy just walking past. Oh, that was Natalie. All I saw was dark hair. Yeah.
But so I have this one, which is very, very pretty. I'm trying to get it to focus for you guys.
Are those freshwater?
I think it's saltwater.
Saltwater?
I think so, because it says the seas of Japan, and I'm not
So
real familiar with
that one as well, but they're both.
Okay, and
I
then
don't know my pearls.
there's this one here, and they're cool to the touch, which is really cool for me. And so let me
I
get
kind of feel bad for the dead clams.
then this one has different color beads with it.
It looks like some are a little more yellow and some are a little more pink.
Yep, I think so. I'm colorblind, so I know there's a shade difference, but I couldn't tell you what the shade difference is. So I absolutely love them. Thank you, KK. And I bopped my thing over here when I. Okay, I don't know that.
Yeah, let's see.
Later. And
I got
then
these that are vintage.
the 2 rings, and
I
then
don't
I
think
got
these are.
this from Naira, which is really pretty. And I didn't realize there was writing on the back, but I can't
Oh,
read it. And I got this. So that goes up on my wall. And my wonderful dear friend from Ireland, Miss Lady Freebird, sent me a St. Patrick's Day card from Ireland. So I got that this week as well. So thank you everybody for the gift.
cool.
I love them. They're great.
If you're into vintage pearls, I'll send you mine.
Oh, I love pearls. I really do. They're not that I wear them all the time, but I do like pearls. They're very pretty. They're very unique. They grow from a speck of sand. I mean, a speck of sand that can turn into something so beautiful and amazing is just wild to me. Hello, Tim. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to apologize that for being late. It's all good. It's all good.
We're not taking attendance.
No, and then now I don't remember if I showed you guys this. I thought I did, but just in case I didn't, Lisa C sent me this.
Oh,
Now I know I showed you, Heather,
that's
but
way awesome. Well, I don't remember you showing me. That is way, way awesome.
yeah, it's got the 2 different colors. Because I had to ask you what those colors were. because I couldn't tell.
Are you sure that was me?
Yeah, when I first got it, I got it like quite a few weeks ago. I'm horrible with remembering to make a video and stuff like that. So when I go live, I was gonna make a video and then ended up not making a video. So I apologize to everybody and anybody who's ever sent me a gift and I forgot to put a video out for it. I was doing it with it and then not
Did
no
I
more.
ever show you
But yeah, so there's that one. And
what
then,
was sent to me at Christmas time?
all right, let me no, I want you here. There we go.
Here, let me
Ooh.
flip that away. Isn't that awesome, Kathleen?
Is that a choker?
It's a bracelet. Isn't that fancy
Oh,
schmancy? And I
that's
love it.
is that for your ankle?
Nope, wrist. It fits right around my wrist just perfect.
I wouldn't know how
See?
that would go.
And well, you can't. You're not going to put that on and scrub toilets.
No, that's like a fancy party.
Yeah. Isn't that just the attention to detail, the focus, the patience, all of that? She just blows me away.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I forgot to show this. It was sitting right there, but it blent because of it being dark and my eyes being shade colorblind. I got this beautiful bracelet too.
I love that.
And I think she said it was amethyst, but I can't remember. Because of the shade that it is hard for me to tell if it's blue, purple, gray. And I can't tell.
So, okay,
It's
question: do you and Tommy fight over what color things are? Because Dwayne and
no,
I have gotten in some heated debates over what color.
see, before KK, I absolutely positively love them. Pearls, I don't know how you knew, because not many people know that I love pearls. And so it's not something that I usually advertise, but you guys will definitely see me wearing these. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous.
Very, very pretty.
And so I already have my first outfit that I want to wear, that one that I just showed for. And I'm already wearing the rings. So this one is a little big, KK, but it's all right. I'll probably end up putting it on a necklace or something, so I don't lose it because it is absolutely gorgeous. And this one fits my middle finger, or it can fit my ring
You
finger.
can always do those gripper things too.
Yeah, but those always end up irritating my skin, and
That's
um, so yeah, it's okay. It is amethyst, and it's saltwater pearls. So those are so pretty. Like I wish that I could just like you guys could see in person how amazing those pearls are. And I do. I have a jewelry box that has a bunch of different styles of pearls. I just don't wear them very often because, well, I like my sweatpants and stretchy pants and my big old sweaters.
your
But I
curls and
already,
stretch pants, huh?
but I do have an outfit that I want to wear that necklace with. So hopefully I
So
still
now
fit in the
Tommy
video.
has to take you out to dinner.
Right? For sure, for sure. Although we
Mhm.
just went to dinner the other night and Chinese, of course. And so they had my favorite of all time sushi, which is deep fried shrimp with cream cheese rolled in the seaweed wrap and then the regular rice. And then on top, it has avocado and mango with a mango sauce that goes over it. And then it's not caviar, it's roux.
The
Say,
orange eggs.
yeah, the little fish egg things.
Yeah.
That combination is my favorite of all times, and I'm gonna learn how to make it because I really like that one. That's my favorite. I mean, there's a couple other ones I'll eat there, but like the day my yeah, thank you, Dwayne Rue. I hope I'm saying that right. Because Tommy was working with me on trying to say it right, and I kept killing it. And so, um, but it was the last thing that I ate before my spleen. And so, even though it is my all-time favorite, I get nervous when I eat it.
Well, until your spleen grows back.
Well, I do have a secondary spleen, and it it's non-functioning.
Why didn't they just take it out?
They did. They took my initial spleen out,
Yes.
but because it blew up, so there was pieces everywhere.
So there is a
Um,
piece they missed.
it was yeah, and it happens. It does happen. So I do have it's called a secondary spleen because it reattaches, but it's not functional. So and they always grow real small, and so
I guess Dwayne has secondary tonsils then.
yeah, yeah, because his grew back though, because
Yeah.
they missed a spot. That's what he was saying. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a funny moment. But
yeah, and then no, another gift I did get not too long ago, um, and I don't remember what it is, so I do apologize. Um, I I tend to forget. Like I get sidetracked doing other things, and I'm like, crap, I forgot. Um, so if you send me gifts, know that I greatly appreciate it, and I love anything that people want to send me, as long as it's not a clown, Dwayne.
I don't think we have any clown anything.
No clowns or balloons. I'm not a big balloon person either.
She's not a
Um,
lunar.
mm-mm. I don't like balloons and I don't like clowns, and that was really gross. Bird feather, uh, yuck.
Hey,
The
better
only
bird
downfall of
feather
having
than what it could have been.
yeah, well, the joys of having a bird or birds. Um, yeah, I will keep forever. Yes, I have my St. Patrick's Day totes are in storage, and um I did not pull them out this year as of right now, but we will be going to storage tomorrow because we're going over to my mom and dad's for Tommy's going to work on his vehicle the rest of the way, and then he's got to do his differential and his hubs, and he's got to get the different. Lordy, why am I having such a hard time
I don't even know
saying
what
that
it
word?
is, so we're good.
It's it's a part in the front with that's your axles are attached to. He's got all-wheel drive, so it's something that has to do with that. And so we got to stop at storage tomorrow. I'm gonna pick up a couple things, grab a couple totes so that I have it ready for St. Patrick's Day. And then tomorrow, my son turns 15 years old.
15. I remember being 15. Yeah, wow.
I cannot believe he's gonna be 15. I don't know
All
where
the
the time
all
went.
the dumb things I did.
I'm hoping that it's a good day. So the kids are gonna be well, Jaslyn's been helping Tommy with the stuff that he can do in the driveway with the truck. Um, and so she's learning, which is awesome because she comes from a long line of women who know how to work on vehicles. Um, and um, so she's learning from a
I know
great
it sounds scary. The
yeah.
clowns, I don't know. I guess it depends on the clown. I'm not, I guess I'm
Tommy wants to
clown
go.
specific.
So outside of Vegas, there's like this. I think it's Vegas. They have that clown hotel.
Oh,
It's not. There's clowns everywhere. No, thank you.
oh,
So,
okay. You know how we've listened to the same ghost stories? The one about the mail carrier lady who has to go to where people live in the middle of nowhere and there's the house with the clowns all over. Have you
I
not
don't
heard
know
that
that.
one?
I don't know that one, but
Yeah,
I
it's
like
totally
you
it's
need to
totally
find
freaky.
somebody
She said they're all over
else.
the property.
Yeah, I'd be like, you need to find somebody else to go there because literally I will have a heart attack. And
Yeah.
yeah, no,
And she'd have to like go drop packages off, and you never saw anyone at the house, but there were just clowns everywhere. I think that would scare the crap out of anyone.
Oh, nice. I'm some more decals sold. My phone's over here beeping, and I'm like, what is going on with it? And it's because decals are selling. So
Very good.
no, it's not Circus Circus. It's actually outside of Vegas. You know what? Now I'm gonna have to look it up because
That sounds creepy.
yeah, it's.
Did you ever hear about somebody who had like the world's largest ball of yarn, and there's like a dead person in the middle of it? I wonder if that's a true story. Not really sounding like it, is it?
Oh, that's kind of weird. It's actually in Tuno Path, Nevada.
What is it? Spell it.
All right, hold on. I'm just gonna put it in the chat. Tonal path, tonal. There's no extra T, but
Is it a
Nevada.
Native American name?
It probably is. Tuno.
Tanopa? I
Tanopa?
doubt that's it either.
She's
Yeah,
like,
I bet it's Native American.
yeah. So that's where that is, and it is. There's clowns everywhere.
Look at all the ghosts hanging out, man.
Well, so I know Ghost Adventures, most of it's BS, but they went there and we're talking to people there, and supposedly there's a clown spirit that walks around outside the rooms. I'm like, yeah, definitely not going. Nope. To no pa. To no pa. To no pa. To no pa.
So how I said it,
Oh, yeah.
I think.
I'm trying to say it, and it keeps sounding funny, but that's where it's at, and I won't go, and Tommy keeps picking on me to go, and I don't know if he's serious
No,
or not,
I pass.
but I
I'd have
won't.
to pass on
And
that.
not only does it have clowns, it's got balloons, so no. But anyway, Ghost Adventures was there, and they were interviewing people, and supposedly there's a clown that spirit that walks around there or whatever, and yeah,
I
I'm
have
just
to have my
mm-mm.
I have to have my brother send me a picture of him dressed up like Pennywise back in the day. This was back in the 80s, yeah, and into the 90s, and he made a great Pennywise. He even had the teeth.
Nope, I'm good. You can keep that picture. I don't want to see it.
And well, okay, here's the thing. There's a picture of him as Pennywise, and he's holding balloons. And you go into, he has one bathroom, and you go and you sit down on the toilet, and it's right there directly across from you. He hung it halfway down the wall so that when you're peeing, you're looking at Pennywise.
Nope, I'm good. I'm so 100% good. Dwayne will do that. He'll send me a picture on my Facebook, and it'll be of a clown.
Yes, I found out the other day that he does that to you. That is not very nice at all, is it?
It's not very nice because I'm thinking, oh, he's got, he's sending me a picture of Irish stuff, or he's got a decal idea, and
Because he does send those things
wow,
too.
yeah, and it's a damn clown, and I'm like, really, Dwayne? Oh, I'm telling you. But all right, well, we're almost at the 2 hour mark.
Yes.
You want to keep it between
So,
an hour and a
my
half and two.
idea, my subject idea of talking about social pressures
Mm-hmm.
of the roles that we should play.
Yep,
If
we can.
anybody's interested in that, I'll take the time to research it.
Yeah, for sure. And again, there down in the description, down below, there is a job form for any ideas or um, things you'd like to talk about during the show. That way, we have a little bit of an idea of what you guys would like to talk about. Um, oh, that's not working. That link is not working.
I'm sure they're bored of, our childhood stories. They weren't that interesting the first time around.
Perlini's like, don't like morbid, right? And of course, Dwayne's laughing. Let's see here. Okay, let me make sure this is working. So I will put this down here. I think there it is. So I'm gonna have to go in and re-add the jot form information, but there's the jot form. If you guys have any ideas, anything you specifically would like to talk about, and I know we need to add to the list too about what Denise said at the beginning with being disabled and not being able to leave her home. So we can do some research on that to see what we can do to help. So with that,
Cheryl's got to get better internet because there's like, as we're talking about things, I'm like, oh my gosh, Cheryl could weigh in on that. So she's got to get better internet so we can have her on again.
For sure, for sure. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us again today. We are on episode 55. Awesome, awesome. So we will see you next week at 8 p.m. Central Time. And again, remember, you are worth it, you are loved, and you are not alone. Again, have a beautiful week. If you need anything, just hit us up. We're always available. My email's down below. And with that, we bid you farewell.